So hello and welcome guys in this next tutorial video lecture of power electronics, where I have presented over here a step down midpoint cycloconverter. Guys, I have already prepared midpoint step down cycloconverter, and these are the waveforms. So I welcome you all in this video tutorial session. So this is the circuit and these are the waveforms. At the right side you can see the waveforms what we get from output. This is sinusoidal AC input of 50 Hz frequency. You can see here this is sinusoidal input VAC, and this is the output where we get AC frequency, AC output, but at lower frequency. What happens in step down cycloconverter? We are converting frequency T by 2. Okay, frequency is half. At output, frequency is half. Here you can see in the first half cycle there is a output, and in the negative half cycle there is another wave of positive half cycle. So summing up this, we can say that this is step down cycloconverter. So I have prepared the circuit and we will explain for you. Okay guys, this is the circuit. You can see here basically what happens. There are two types of cycloconverters. Okay, there are following types. What are the following? First, step up cycloconverter. It is a cycloconverter in which output frequency is greater than the input frequency. Okay, and step down cycloconverter, you know, it is a cycloconverter in which output frequency is less than the input frequency of input supply. So according to supply voltage, there are two types of basically single phase to single phase, center tap transformer configuration, and bridge configuration. Three phase to three phase and three phase to single phase cycloconverters are there. So I have prepared for here center tap midpoint cycloconverter. You can see here this is the center tap. There I have used a center tap transformer. This is the center tap transformer and midpoint, and this is 3-winding transformer. You can get from here, you can directly go to the elements. Okay, then control, then power, then transformers, and you can choose a single phase 3-winding transformer from here. Okay, then I have connected resistive load here. You can see the resistive load, and then this is the midpoint cycloconverter, step down cycloconverter. I have given 50 Hz supply, input supply, and there are two pairs of thyristors. You can see here P1N1 and P2N2. Okay, upper half side two thyristors are connected. One is reversed. Okay, one is reversed, and here also in the group of two thyristors, one is reversed. So P1 and P2 are positive group of thyristors, and N1 and N2 are called negative group of thyristors. So what happens in a cycloconverter? Output frequency is maybe higher or lower than the input frequency, but here in our configuration, the power circuit of single phase to single phase center tap configuration is shown. So there are two groups of SCRs, what I have mentioned earlier, and one group of SCRs are P1 and P2, another group of SCRs N1 and N2. Okay, now what happens? Okay, I have made a trigger pulse from this diagram, from this circuit, where square wave generators are connected at comparators, and you can see here this is connected to the upper half gate triggering pulse is connected to, from here it is connected to the P1 and P2's gate. Okay, and on-off controller is connected through on-off controller. There is a on-off controller here connected. Another on-off controller is connected at the gate of P2 SCR, and both are simultaneously conducted, and it is triggered from upper half of this trigger. Okay, and the thyristor gate N1 and N2 is connected through on-off controller. This is on-off controller. This is another on-off controller, and this is both are combined together at one point, and the triggering pulse is controlled by this scheme what I have prepared here, what I have constructed here. So what is happening, you can see. First, let's see the waveform of this square wave generator. Okay, this square wave generator, I have peak to peak voltage I have given 4, frequency I have set 100, duty cycle I have written over here 0.5. okay, I have taken 0.5 duty cycle. See, for second square wave generator, frequency I have reduced 25, duty cycle is same, frequency is 25. So we can see, and this is the output. This will read the voltage is of square wave 1, this will read the voltage of square wave 2, and finally output at comparator. Comparator output is V. So first see the waveforms. Run simulation. So here you can see the waveforms from run simulation. You can see V1 square first. Okay, this one, the voltage waveform of this square wave voltage, square wave generator, like this. Okay, and this is the frequency set is 100 Hertz. And then second square wave generator, see the voltage output, the frequency is set 25 Hertz, and then the resultant output V1 square, this is the resultant supply, what the SCR will get, the gate of SCR will get. They are triggered from the supply square wave. Okay, and then you can see the lower square wave generator's voltage. Okay, this half. So you can see, go to run simulation, then select VA square, this is set. Okay, then again this is at 100 Hertz, then go to VB square, select this, then this is set at 25 Hertz but at phase angle 180 degree delay, then output V2O square, and this is the output. So basically 180 degree phase shift is there, we have provided here. You can see here, we can, here you can see 180 degree phase shift we have used. Okay, phase delay 180 degree for the second one of trigger pulse generator. Okay, now let's talk about the working, how it works. Okay, how this cyclo converter is working basically. So we can directly go to the PowerPoint presentation what I have prepared for you. This is the circuit diagram, you can see here. Okay, these are two thyristors, one is called P1, another is N1, which is reverse directed, and in the lower half side you can see P2 and N2. So basically what is happening, there are two groups of thyristors. So, and the output frequency generated by this type of cyclo converter is 1/2. Okay, half, the frequency will be half. You can see from the simulation, this is AC supply, input supply, what we are getting from the source, and this is the supply voltage across the load resistance, and which is being half. You can see here, This is complete cycle of one cycle of AC. Okay, and this is two half cycles. Okay, during this cycle, during this whole cycle we get two half cycles in the same direction, and during another cycle of AC supply, full cycle of AC supply, we get two negative halves. So basically these are the half cycles generated by P1 and P2, and these are the negative half cycles generated by N1 and N2 pairs. Okay, so basically you can see here from the diagram, in another diagram, what happens actually. Load is connected, you can see here load is connected between C and D. This is the resistive load. So how current flows, you can see this is A point of transformer, this is B point of transformer, and the midpoint is called C point of transformer. This is the center tap, and this is the point D. So between C and D points there is resistive load connected, and we are measuring the voltage from this voltage probe connected over here. Okay, so see what happens. The point A is made positive. This is point during positive half cycle. The point A is made positive with respect to point C. Okay, you can see with respect to point C here. The point A is made positive with respect to point C. Okay, half supply of the supply. So SCR P1 triggers. This is turned on. P1 triggers or T1. You can see, you can name it either, whether you can name it P1 or P1. Okay, so we have named it P1. P1 triggers. Okay, then SCR2 remains turns off. Okay, this will not work. Only P1 will work. And what is the direction of current? Direction of current is from like this, from here to here. Okay, we have used resistive load. Okay, so direction of current is positive, clockwise, like this. Okay, so load current flows from A to SCR P1. This is P1 here, P1, and resistive load D to C. Okay, this is the direction of current. Okay, from here A to P1, D to C. This is the direction of current, which is positive. So we get positive half cycle, and the conduction period 0 to 180 degree of thyristor. And then what happens? Okay, as the SCR2 is turned on, the load current flows like here. You can see from negative half cycle. Okay, from negative half cycle. Okay, from negative half cycle, when it appears A is made negative, B is positive, then current flows again. This will be positive current. Current flows from this point to P2 will now turned on. It is fired, and the direction of current is from B, P2, from this diagram, B to P2, and this is from up to O. And you can see in this diagram, when B is made positive, P2 triggers, so current flows from B to P2, D to C. So again we get another half cycle, positive half cycle. Okay, and what happens during another half cycle? Okay, so during another AC cycle, N1 and N2 are triggers, and you can see the waveforms. These are triggered during another AC cycle, and negative half cycles we get from the supply. So in your earlier your theory classes, you must have studied about the working of cycloconverter. So you can see here, this is the AC waveform, and this is the output waveform, and the frequency is reduced. It is made reduced, it is halved. Okay, so now I am going to put this waveform beside this simulation. Okay, so you can see, so this is the working principle and construction in PSIM simulation. Okay, so you can download this software from internet, and you can also construct the step down midpoint cycloconverter like this. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Till then, bye bye.